It's time to settle down and let the world around you gently fade away. The day has been full of adventures and laughter, but now it's time to rest your tired eyes and embrace the tranquility of the night. As you lie here in your cozy bed, feel the softness of your blankets and the pillow beneath your head. As you begin to hear this tale, take a deep, calming breath in, and then slowly exhale. Now close your eyes, let go of the day, and let the gentle embrace of sleep carry you away to a faraway land with this story, where anything is possible. Let the adventure begin. Once upon a time, in the depths of the shimmering ocean, there was a magical kingdom called Aquaria. Aquaria was home to all kinds of sea creatures, from colorful fish to graceful dolphins. But it was also home to a very special group of beings, the mermaids. The mermaids of Aquaria were known for their beauty, kindness, and love for the ocean. They had long, flowing hair that sparkled like the sun on the water, and their tails shimmered with every color of the rainbow. They were graceful swimmers and could communicate with all the creatures of the sea. Among the mermaids, there was one named Marina who was known for her curiosity and adventurous spirit. Marina had bright blue eyes and a voice that sounded like a gentle wave. She often swam to the surface of the ocean to watch the world above, where the humans lived. She was fascinated by their world, with its towering ships, bustling cities, and starry nights. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Marina swam to the surface and saw something that took her breath away. A ship with sails that glistened like pearls. On that ship was a young boy named Ethan, who was celebrating his birthday with his family and friends. Marina watched in wonder as they lit lanterns and sent them floating into the night sky. Marina was so captivated by the sight that she couldn't help but sing a sweet, haunting melody. Her voice carried through the water and reached Ethan's ears. He was entranced by the beautiful song and looked out over the side of the ship, trying to see where it was coming from. As Marina's song filled the air, the sea around the ship began to glow with a soft, radiant light. It was as if the stars had come down from the sky and were dancing in the water. Marina's fellow mermaids gathered around her, their tails creating a mesmerizing display of colors. Ethan couldn't believe his eyes. He had heard stories of mermaids but had never seen one. He leaned over the side of the ship, and as he did, a gust of wind caught his birthday lantern and sent it spiraling down into the water. It landed right in front of Marina, illuminating her with a warm golden glow. Marina and Ethan locked eyes, and in that moment, a deep connection formed between them. Marina had never seen a human up close before, and Ethan had never encountered a real-life mermaid. They were both filled with curiosity and wonder. Ethan reached out his hand, and Marina hesitated for just a moment before taking it. Their touch sent a magical shiver through the water, and Marina's tail transformed into legs. She rose out of the water and stood on the surface, her hair cascading around her like a waterfall. Ethan's family and friends gasped in astonishment as they watched Marina. She smiled at Ethan, and he couldn't help but smile back. "Hello," he said softly. "Hello," Marina replied. Her voice was no longer the haunting melody of the sea, but the sweet sound of a young girl. "I'm Marina, and I've always wanted to meet a human." Ethan introduced himself and invited Marina to join their celebration. Marina was hesitant at first, but she couldn't resist the opportunity to learn more about the world above the ocean. She climbed aboard the ship, and with a wave of her hand, her tail transformed back into a shimmering tail. As the night went on, Marina and Ethan became fast friends. Marina learned about birthdays and cake, and Ethan learned about the wonders of the ocean. They laughed, sang, and shared stories until the early hours of the morning. But as the sun began to rise, Marina knew she had to return to her underwater home. She looked at Ethan with a mixture of sadness and hope. "I have to go now," she said. "But I'll never forget this night, and I hope we'll meet again someday." Ethan nodded, his heart filled with a deep sense of longing. "I'll never forget you either, Marina. I'll always cherish this magical night." With a final wave, Marina dived back into the ocean, her tail glistening in the morning light. As she swam away, she looked back at Ethan one last time, and their eyes met in a silent promise. From that day on, Marina and Ethan's friendship grew stronger, even though they lived in different worlds. Marina would visit the surface whenever she could, and Ethan would gaze out at the sea, knowing that somewhere beneath the waves, his mermaid friend was waiting.